Hello! Maadjong gabi mga bisadya. Kumusta naman mo? This is once again your friend Eric Aniga and I would like to welcome you all to my channel, Ang Bisadya. Well, I just hope that you are in great shape and in good condition despite the pandemic, despite COVID-19. As you know, in our place, there are already instances that people got infected with the virus. But anyhow, all of them are asymptomatic. So all they have to do is just to undergo the 14-day mandatory quarantine, and they are to be placed in our quarantine facility. We have our public elementary schools that are being converted into quarantine facility, and then afterwards they will have the 7-day home quarantine. And after that, wala na, okay na. You know, that is why this is one thing that has changed the perspective and perceptions of the people towards COVID-19, because in all their observations, daghan namang mga tao sa amo nga they got infected and turned out positive with the virus, and yet they did not suffer any ailments or whatsoever. No, all they did was to undergo quarantine, and then after the quarantine, they went back to the mainstream. So, mao na nga ang mga tao karon diri sa amo, much more that they are afraid of the quarantine than the virus itself. No, they don't want to be contained in one place for 14 days. That is why hibaw anay, we don't really know who are the carriers, kinsa nagdada sa virus o kinsa diha, because lisod ang po lagi, no, in our place there really is a lack of discipline. Even though the government is very strong in imposing social distancing, and yet people would tend to gather together, especially celebrating something. And, you know, just socializing, that is one thing. Dili gajud malika dyan sa mga tao. Bisan unsaon pag-remind sa government, pagpahinumdum sa mga tao, and yet people would really love to mingle around and socialize with each other. Mauna nga lisod pagkontrolar sa virus because people themselves are not listening. If people will just really take these things seriously, siguro we can address the problem on COVID-19 just easily. But I guess this behavior or attitude towards COVID-19 is not only local. You know, these things are also being experienced with people in other parts of the globe. That is why atong hinumduman, people in the US, people in the United Kingdom and other places, there is an increase of the number of cases in COVID-19. In fact, natay bagong strand karon, na bagong strain karon sa virus, and we are hopeful and we are hoping that this virus cannot enter the Philippines. As I've learned, kaning among klase nga strand sa virus sa COVID-19 mas dali ni siya nga mukalat, no? This can easily be transmitted, but it is less potent compared to the original strand or strain of COVID-19. That is why we will just have to remember always the reminders of the WHO, reminders of the DOH and the government to always observe the following. Keep and observe social distancing at least 1 meter away, and do not mingle with each other for more than 15 minutes. And of course, always wear face masks and face shield and constant washing of hands. These are the only things that we can do so that we can be safe from the contamination of the virus. So, if in case this is the first time for you to watch my video, I am Eric Aniga, by the way, usa ka pure nga Bisadya, no, taga Southern Leyte, and I would like to welcome you all to my channel, Ang Bisadya. So, if you have some reactions with regard to my presentation, you can simply write your comment in the comment section. Of course, And of course, I would like to encourage you to please share so that other people will also know about the existence of my channel. And also like, and of course, the most important thing is subscribe my channel. Why mawa nimon? There is nothing that you can lose if you will subscribe my channel. In fact, makatawa lamang ko, no? I am watching the videos of other personalities also, and one is that of Brain Damage, and very makakakiliti ang ijang linya, no? Is to subscribe mo ako o maging kamukha kita. Very funny, but it's you know, it's really striking, no? So I don't know sa puyang gamiton, I don't know, basta please subscribe my channel, ang Bisadya. Well, in my past videos, we've been talking about practicality and being pragmatic. And I guess I have given you enough examples how to be practical. And I hope that you have started applying it into your life, the way how you live your life every day. We should always be practical, because that is one way of, improving our life, changing our ways of life, can help us improve economically, socially, and even the way you look at yourself, no? Being practical, being pragmatic. And just like anything else, you cannot master something if you don't have constant practice. And simple application in your everyday life can help you develop the skill of being practical, of being pragmatic, no? If you watch the television, there are so many advertisements that make use of practicality. No, they say may maraming mga nanay na practical, no? How are they being practical? By simply choosing the products that they are using in the kitchen, choosing the product that they are using for laundry, and anything else. So practicality is the name of the game. So I don't know if that is difficult for you, but for me, to be practical is something that is very easy. Sometimes you just have to fight against your desire, against your feeling, or sometimes it can be a challenge in your relationship of being practical, no? Tungod kay na ay mga instances that because of practicality, you have to sacrifice your friendship, no? Because of practicality, you have to sacrifice something that you consider important in your life, because if you will stick to that kind of relationship, if you will stick to that person, then nothing will happen into your life. Okay, so that's how challenging practicality, for example, you have a boyfriend or a girlfriend and you love that person very much, and yet your family is poor and your family is in need of money, and you have this opportunity to go abroad, to find a greener pasture. So what will you choose? If you will listen to your heart, then you will sacrifice everything, but if you will listen to your head and being practical, then you can only lose one person but gain the whole world. So that's how practicality works. Now sometimes you have to fight against your feeling, you have to fight against your values for the sake of practicality. So tonight I would like to discuss with you another application of practicality, of being pragmatic. And in my past videos that I uploaded in my channel, I've been talking about making your finances more strong and stable. So this evening, I would like to share with you another practical scheme or a process or procedure that can make your finances more stable. I don't know if you have heard about passive income. Have you heard about it? Nakadungog na ba ka aning term nga passive income? No? So what does that mean? What is passive income? How is it different from active income? Kaya kung naay passive, naapoy active, no? So what income can you consider active and what income can you consider passive? So before proceeding, let me explain to you, or not explain but rather to describe to you what is active income. So when we speak of active income, this is the kind of income that you will earn because of the services that you rendered. Okay? Nagtrabaho ka, so ang imong sweldo, ang imong tinarbahoan, mao na imong active income. So active income refers to the money that you obtain, that you gain because of your work. So syempre, kung wala kay trabaho, wala po kay income, wala po kay matawag nga active income, no? Pero kung nanarbaho ka, nagtindera ka, or namaligja ka og isda, or any activity wherein you can gain money, then the money that you raise should be considered your active income. Now, it has been common and we have heard it so many times with our friends or colleague or other people near to us, their complaints about their income. And when you say income, their active income, not enough to support all their needs, no? Dili paigo ang ilang income sa pagsuporta sa ilang mga inadlaw-adlaw nga panginahanglan, especially that prices of the commodities have risen, no, and yet the salary remains, no. Ning tag-as na ang mga paliton, ang presyo sa mga paliton, and yet ang atong sweldo mao ra gihapon. So there is no a big gap between the income and the prices of commodities, the prices of our needs. That is why the more that it is difficult for the active income to support our daily needs. So how is it different from passive income? No? Unsa pod nang gitawag nato nga passive income. So when we speak of passive income, mao ni ang income that you will earn from your investment. Have you heard me right? Passive income refers to the money that you will earn. This money comes from your investments. Tungod kay passive, wa nini mo trabahoe, no? Kay kung imo pa nagitrabahuan, then that can be categorized as active income. So sa passive income, wa na nimo trabahoe. You earn an amount from that because sa imong investment mismo, ang kwarta nga imong gi-invest maoy nagtrabaho para mo earn sa og income nga maoy ikadugang sa imong income. I hope you have heard me right. So again, I will repeat my description about passive income. So when we speak of passive income, it refers to the income that is being earned by the money that you invested. No? So, da kay kwarta, imo nang gi-invest, then sa imong investment, it earns. So, ang earning niya, maoy matawag na ito nga passive income. Here in our place, people just organize themselves, no? And then what they do, at the start of the year, no, in by January, they put up amount. Okay, so by share, no, one share is equivalent to 1,000 pesos. So if you want a bigger share, then you have to put in more amount. So siguro kung 10 shares in imo, then you will put up 10,000 pesos. Okay, so magbutang, no, they are just friends or neighbors or whoever that they can trust, so they put up money. So the one in charge, kung maput up na tong kwarta, makompleto na ang kwarta, and all the members have already put in their amount depending on the number of shares that they intend to, then iparol na ang kwarta, meaning to say the members themselves will start borrowing the money with interest. No, I don't know how much is the interest. I think 10% interest. No, so that is the first priority. Ang mga members sa organization, sa katong grupo nga na-organize, sila mismo ang priority nga mo borrow, no, mo loan sa money that is being put in by the members. And if there are people outside the group who would want to borrow money, then kadtong usa ka member dapat sa maoy mo act as a guarantor to that person who will borrow money who is not a member of the organization. So nagsigigdagan ang kwarta for the whole year. And so after 1 year, they will now divide the earnings of their money. So according to what I have heard, if you invest 1,000 pesos, after a year, you will earn 1,000 pesos more. So if you have invested 5,000 pesos, the following year, your 5,000 will now become 10,000 pesos. Or if you invested 20,000 pesos, the following year, you will have 40,000 pesos without you exerting any effort. So that's what we mean by passive income. And you know, this is a great help to our neighbors, no, the people in our place, because they will now have an amount to be spent for fiesta. Kay bawa na mo sa mga Pinoy na we always look forward for fiestas, and this is in fact one of the reasons why people organize themselves, no, and put in money, so that pag abot sa adlaw sa fiesta, dili na sila mamroblema unsay gastuhon tungod kay a year before they have already invested an amount in preparation for the fiesta celebration. Okay, so that is the nature of passive income. Wa ka gibuhat, you only put in some amounts, and then after a period of time you will have an income without you working for it. That is an example of passive income. And of course, there are so many ways of investing your money. You just have to be careful when to invest and where to invest. It's just very sad, no, that we have heard about news of people investing their money, their hard-earned money, to some institutions that turned out to be scam, no. Mao na nga ang usa nga tong bantadyan, should avoid being attracted to invest on institutions who will promise us big interest of your money. And you know, the government is very strict in monitoring these investments institutions. Nevertheless, we are encouraged to invest our money so that we can have passive income. And I know some of my viewers are working abroad. You are OFW, so you take advantage of your income today. I know that you have income. Siguro sobra sa inyong panginahanglan. You have savings. So I suggest that you invest this to legal, not only legal but also legitimate investment institutions. I, for myself, I am investing my money with Manulife and also AXA, and I also investing in MIG. So it is really good that while we are still strong and healthy, we are already investing our money so that we can have income, not only active but also passive, in preparation for the future. Okay, so that is one way of making your finances more stable and strong. So aside from the active income that you have right now, you also have to have your investments so that at the end of the day you can have your passive income that will add up to your income, which will support your needs, your daily needs. I hope that you have learned something from my sharing this evening. If you have some comments and suggestions, as I told you before, do not hesitate to write it down here at the comment section, and I would be very glad to answer. Kung kaya na akong tubagon, kung dili pud musmay ra pud laman ko. And of course, please share my videos, no? I guess it is just very important that you will share my video so that you know na ay mga tao na nanginahanglan, no, of enlightenment, and perhaps after they have watched my video, then they will start to do things to improve their lives. So please share my video to your friends, to your relatives, to people, you know, who are also fond of watching videos in the YouTube. And of course, subscribe my channel. Okay, so hangtod sa sunod natong panag-uban, keep safe, no, keep away from the contamination of the virus. Always wear face mask when you get out of your house, and of course it will add, you know, safety if you will also wear face shield. And always observe physical distancing and constant washing of hands. And if you do all these, then rest assured that you are safe from COVID-19. Daghang salamat sa pagtanaw ug sa sunod pa nato ang mga video. This has been your friend Eric Aniga, ang pure nga Bisadya. Bye-bye!